Hi there, it's me again, and today I'm experimenting with more food and drink stuff and testing out various food hype and ideas and fads and whatever's going around at the moment. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Bulletproof coffee. Bulletproof coffee. Now, if you don't know what Bulletproof coffee is, it's sort of been doing the rounds in the US and other parts of the world at the moment. And basically, you may have heard of this idea of serving butter in your coffee. Yeah, I said butter. Yeah. Now, this may sound really weird and yucky, but bear with me. There is some theory behind it. There is some science. But Bulletproof coffee takes this idea and has refined it, added things to it, and it's now a brand. Bulletproof coffee is a brand. There are coffee shops as well opening up in the US that also serve sort of various sort of healthy type food as well. It was developed by this guy called Dave Asprey, who's also has a sort of bulletproof, calls himself the Bulletproof Executive, and he's all into sort of biohacking. That is, can he change, what he eats or how he exercises or does things to his body to kind of improve on nature, as it were, or improve himself, or find different ways of enhancing just your well-being. And the main thing he does, along with all these various diets and stuff, is this Bulletproof coffee. Now, what he claims is that following a sort of hiking trip in Tibet, where he was knackered, run down, he was served tea with some sort of yak butter or something like that, and he immediately he had it. He felt full, awake, bright, and just ready for the go. And he thought, this is amazing. And then he sort of, took it home. He did some science and research into it, and then he's refined the recipe and developed it. And now he sort of sells this branded idea of Bulletproof coffee. But at the end of the day, all it is coffee served with grass-fed butter. Unsalted, must be unsalted, otherwise it will taste yucky. Unsalted grass-fed butter, and then some kind of oil that's good for the brain, so say maybe coconut oil or something like that. Now, he's taking it to a whole new level because he claims that the way coffee beans are produced, especially in the US, they're liable to what he calls these microtoxins or mycotoxins in the coffee. No, that's not right. It's all so complicated. I'll come back to that bit. But basically, he thinks that the way coffee in the USA is made, it's sort of perceptible to sort of mold and stuff. Now, in Europe, we make coffee and prepare coffee and package it in a slightly different way. So I think that's less of an issue. But anyway, because of that, he sort of developed his own enhanced coffee. Here, these are the coffee beans, Bulletproof coffee beans, and then instead of coconut oil, some of the sort of the oils in that are meant to be really good for you, something called the sort of MCT oil here, he's refined to make it even more pure, and he calls this XCT oil, and it's really good for cognitive thinking in the brain, and apparently for the brain. So anyway, the point is, he's taken what is effectively an ancient idea of sort of serving ghee or sort of butter with various hot drinks that have been around for thousands of years. He's refined it. He's sort of put a whole sort of science behind it. Obviously, like a lot of things, that have been around, the sort of various diets that are based on sort of caveman diets and things like that. They've been around for ages, but it just takes somebody to come along and sort of codify it all, write a book on it, hype it a bit, and suddenly, he's built a whole massive industry of people buying his specially refined coffee and his special refined oil, all be served in this Bulletproof coffee. Anyway, now that's enough of the chat. Now I've tried my own Bulletproof coffee, so I made it my own, just ordinary coffee, refined coffee, and with grass-fed unsalted butter, which you can get. Kerry butter is meant to be very good. for that. That's one. It's quite hard to find specifically grass-fed butter, but I think Carey's butter is very good for that. There's a local farm store near me that serves grass-fed butter, and it specifically says it on, so that's quite good, and even local, so that's good. And then I've just used coconut oil and made my own, and so I've had it before in that way. But what I've not had before, and what we're going to be trying today, is the real official version. Now, let's find out, is this going to make me feel bright, ready, full, ready to take on the day? Let's find out. I thought I'd give it a go, and we'll see whether it's all a load of hype and just an excuse to sort of buy his snake oil. It's not snake oil, but you know what I mean, and it's his oil, or does it not make any difference? So I'm going to be making proper bulletproof coffee using the proper bulletproof coffee recipe, proper bulletproof coffee beans, and the refined XCT oil. Now, if you want to know all about the science and everything behind this, I'll leave a link, or just check it out on the wiki page. There's a load on it. There are pros and cons. I like a lot of the stuff this Dave Asprey guy does, but it's equally a lot of stuff I just think is a bit kind of on the fringe of a bit looping, being a bit loopy. But there is a lot of science behind a lot of the stuff he says. So some of his stuff I'm into, some of it I'll take with a pinch of salt, but not literally. But anyway, let's go and see whether bulletproof coffee does what it says on the tin, as it were, and works. Okay. So, here we are, bulletproof coffee. Looks like a nice sort of milky, creamy, coffee. Small kind of foamy top, on the top. Smells nice. I mean, actually, I don't normally make coffee straight from the coffee beans. Grind my own. So this is the first time I ground my own beans, and you know what I mean. Actually, I can smell the freshness. It does smell beautiful, this coffee. And the taste feels really refined. I mean, it's a little bit oily, but not too much. I mean, when I've made it myself with coconut oil and stuff like that, it's more, it feels more oily. This feels a bit more, it does feel more refined. And normally I put something, a sweetener type in it. Now, I wouldn't recommend, well, Dave Asprey doesn't recommend any sweetener other than xylitol. Xylitol is what I use anyway. I haven't got any xylitol stuff anyway, but actually, I don't think it needs it. I think it tastes all right. I can drink this. I have a sweet tooth normally, but I can drink this. This is fine. So I'm going to see whether it fills me up. This is going to be my lunch for the day, and see whether my brain feels empowered and enhanced and refined, upgraded, which is what Dave Asprey is all about, upgrading the human body. So I'm going to feel if I feel vaguely upgraded. Got an assignment to do, so hopefully I'll be on fire writing that out this afternoon. So cheers. I hope you enjoyed my my other sort of foodie fad blog again. Any comments, leave them below. Please like and subscribe. I'll do more of these if you're interested. Thank you. And cheers. Bulletproof coffee.